Hello, darkness, my friend. I've come to talk with you again, because the visions of the creeping left its seeds while I was sleeping, and the vision that was planted in my brain still remains within the sound of silence. In restless streets I walk alone, narrow streets of cobblestone, neath the halo of a street lamp.
Kia ora. My name's Joseph Stevens. Good evening, good afternoon, good morning. Welcome to my broadcast. This is, I think, number 46 broadcast for me today. Thank you, Tio Koto, for joining us. Both my moderators are on. Awesome. Before I get going, I'm going to just share my screen. And we'll just go through the blog. Just catch up on a couple of things that are in there. Let's start off with the choice is yours, where you earn an income. And this is pretty much self-explanatory, really. If you want to earn an income, follow the ticks. Job, guaranteed payment. In business, well, payment's not guaranteed, is it? Long-term security, well, we've got question marks where TBC is. House, yeah, question mark with house, and yeah, benefits. Flexible, TBC, a tick. Oh, I know why. I forgot to press this one, the blue button. Okay, so the choice is yours, where you earn an income. And this is a poster of it. What do they got? Things people like and things people dislike. So if you look down what benefits you're getting from TBC, flexible schedule, instant daily pay, can do work online, flexibility of choosing associates, of course. Everyone's your associate. Comprehensive training, yes. And you're getting a lot of training from every broadcaster that is online right now as well. Fast track to 6-figure annual cash flow at a job? Nah. In business? Nah. TBC? Yes. Passive income available? Yes. Exponential income available? Yes. In TBC. Unlimited income potential? Yes. In TBC. Long-term wealth in TBC. And assured retirement income? Absolutely with TBC. Dislikes? Well, look at the dislikes on job. Tend to become boring, and they tend to become stressful. You're forced to work with a boss, and you have to commute. Recruiting required? No. Investment required? In business, yes. In business, stressful, yes. Look at this. Nothing in TBC. Not a single thing. There was time in human history. I know what I'm missing. This fella. There was time in human history that having a job was the preferred way to earn a living. Back then, you, as an employee, had all the assurances of earning reasonable monthly income, even as a low-skilled labour and pension plans were enabled or embedded in stone for retirement. Dignity could be found in having a job, and plenty of job opportunities existed. And back then, a lot of jobs existed. And now, well, it's getting pretty tough. And when you're starting to get up to the age my wife and I are, finding jobs at our age can just be near impossible. Let's face it, times have changed, haven't they? Jobs have now become scarce, insecure, and pensions will soon become non-existent. Isn't that the truth? It is not an employee-friendly world anymore. No, it isn't. So, and I think that the chart above makes the point very clear that having a job today is not where you want to earn your income. Okay, then it comes down to either earning an income in TBC or in a business. The chart above says it all, doesn't it? Business equals question marks. Let's talk about the risks. If you want to earn income through a business, you have to invest money up front before you can earn, right? That's a risk, right? In TBC, you start by receiving a gift without obligation. And if you want to earn 50% commission income, all you have to do is partner up with one of our broadcasters and your TBC sponsor and get started risk-free. If you choose, most will choose to risk $110 in TBC to get started because it is easier to duplicate success. But you don't have to take that risk if you don't want to take it. How far will 110 in your business? How far will 110 get you in a business opportunity? Well, in 99.99% of the cases, 110 won't even be enough to get started with a business. No, you need thousands. The income opportunity in TBC exists today because admin needs help in distributing the TBC coins worldwide. We are in the distribution phase of TBC. Inside of the distribution phase and after a redemption period, our members will earn 100% of what they sell and get paid directly from their clients. No need for the money to first pass through a company or whatever. This also means that instant direct daily pay. This also means instant direct daily pay. Very few legitimate business opportunities can offer 100% commission paid daily. Usually there is a cost of a product or service that cuts into the 100%, and the business owner gets some of the charge left over after expenses. Most companies offering business opportunities require payments to pass through them first before you would get paid, and that makes daily pay impossible. The cookie reward system blows away all of the other business opportunities in the world. No side-by-side comparison of a business opportunity compared to TBC can beat what TBC offers the income earner. TBC is no different than a job or any business opportunity when it comes to learning and developing new skills in order to be successful. Think about that. Isn't that true? If you start a job, at some point the boss is going to tell you to do something you don't know how to do, or it is something awkward for you. In business opportunities, people find themselves doing many things they never thought they could. They never thought they could do until they tried, because the business required it. TBC is the same. Some people don't like broadcasting, but broadcasting is a sure path for a TBCian, and there are other activities people need to be trained to do in the way that results in success. You don't have to have great skill to succeed in earning daily cash flow in TBC. You just need to be coachable and willing to try again until you learn to do the TBC activities correctly to earn that daily pay. When you consider all of the other options out there, why not give TBC all and maximize what it can pay you? Stop bouncing around from one thing to another. You have already stumbled across the world's best opportunity, so get to work. It's as simple as that. TBC offers you one of the biggest opportunities and the world's best, but a lot of people are not seeing that. They can't see past their hand. Just going to go into the crinkle cash. Come on. It logged out where I wanted to talk about. No, it logged out of where I wanted to talk about, and I've forgotten where it was now. Never mind. I'm just gonna. Still only us on? Oh, kia ora, Aroa. Susie, welcome to our broadcast. Got any questions? Ask them. This is my you're going to see a big screen of this, because this is my what I've been working on for my toolbox. My introduction. my toolbox, and my index page, and I haven't got very far. But this is what I've been working on. I don't want to show you all my secrets, so I'm going to hide. Because it is a competition. I mean, it is. Anyway, I'm going to get back to what I wanted to talk to you about today. And I'll stop sharing my screen. And yeah, we have an adder. Stop day. Would investments in infrastructure and innovation help eradicate poverty? I'm not so sure. Again, with this, wouldn't that just be an escape for the rich to say, kia ora, Bitcoin Scott, welcome. So with investment in infrastructure, you haven't missed much. I've only read the blog. Now I've come back to what I wanted to do. Okay, so I'll start again. Would investment in infrastructure and innovation help eradicate poverty? And my answer to that is I'm not so sure. Would it help eradicate poverty by investing in infrastructure? Wouldn't that just be an escape for the rich to say that they're doing their part? After saying, oh, we'll create infrastructure, that'll help eradicate poverty. Let's put up new railways. Let's put up. Let's start building new rails, and let's start building more roads. That'll help eradicate poverty. Let's start building more airports. That'll eradicate poverty. Oh, I wasn't scheduled on. Oh, I forgot to put myself in the schedule last night, or yesterday. Scotty, I have got it scheduled for tomorrow, so hopefully you'll get it going through. Anyway, so I'm just saying, wouldn't that just be an escape for the rich people to say that they're doing their part by building more roads and oh, that's cool because we can put more trucks on there and we can make more money by moving our product around the country and putting more money back into their pockets. You see my point? For and wouldn't that just wouldn't it just be an excuse for them to say, oh, I want more and more and more funding so that for that business, building infrastructure and that, I'll just want more and more and more money so I can buy new cars. Yep. That's all that they're trying to say. I want more and more and more money so that I can buy myself a new car and buy my family a new house. And, yeah. And they've already got the money. but they want more funding. Now, how much money has been spent on cancer research? And now for all of a sudden they found a cure. How many years have we been saying the cure is right under their nose, and people already knew about the cure, but nah, we'll just keep killing people off by radiation and chemotherapy. They won't know, and we'll just keep asking for more and more funding because they won't know. Innovation. What? Build a chemo machine to kill people? Yeah, they're awesome. And all of a sudden, they've come up with these solutions on how to cure cancer. When we already know how to cure cancer, we just wanted them to use it. That's all. That's all we wanted them to do, was use the cure that the people already knew about. But no, they have to discover it. Oh, because they've got too many houses now. So now where are they looking? Where are they looking now? Since we're telling them to stick their pills up to as far as they can, and where to go. Would infrastructure and innovation help? What is there that is left for them to start talking about? Oh, for them to start asking for funding. I know. Maybe they could start a well, maybe they would like to start a poverty bank where they have to research some kind of technology to create more poverty. Maybe they could do that, and ask for funding for that. Just so they could create more poverty, so they could get more money to buy more houses and more yachts and cars. Or maybe they just think that that we don't know what they're doing, and they're hypnotizing us again. Yeah. Maybe the hypnotizing might work again, because they're running out of stuff to blame people on. They're running out of excuses on why they're making so much money and keeping it for themselves and making sure that everybody else stays poor. We choose to highlight the effects of poverty on people's health because when we don't have healthy bodies and healthy minds, it is so difficult to get ahead and prosper in life. I mean, good health is a cornerstone of human life. Without it, families and communities fall apart. So I think we see this every day when we look at the cycle of poverty and wonder why it is not more easily broken. Try learning a new way to think. No, we shouldn't give those ideas to the rich people. But learning a new way to think and be when you are chronically stressed and sick and or malnourished. Oh, you're back again though. How hard is that decision to buy necessary medication, pills or whatever, or buy food for the family. You can concentrate on your work when you haven't eaten a real meal in a few days. That is, oh, no, what is it? That when you are so What is it that when you're so tired and you go and lie down to have a sleep and your body just says, just kidding, I'm not tired? Is it because you have so much stress and worry what you're going to wake up to the next day? And it hasn't changed? And the hole that you're digging is actually for you? What if you had to decide between a 3-hour bus ride to get to the doctor's and then wait 2 hours to be seen, or just to go to work another day sick because your bills are piling up? There's so many reasons. There are so many either's or decisions that have to be made when you are poor. And any decisions can put you in maybe a worse position. Poverty breeds disease, from malnutrition to inadequate healthcare. Being poor makes it hard to be healthy. I mean, look at these kids that are out there at the rubbish tips overseas. Look at them scrounging through the rubbish tips, just looking for something to eat, or a lolly paper that's just got that little bit of sugar on it, and they're licking it, or that pie that's been chucked away and it's got a bit of yuck on it, but they still eat it. Yep, poverty breeds disease. At every point in a person's life, lack of money can affect how healthy they can be. Just imagine how this is when you are. Just imagine that. How this is when you are born into poverty. If you can imagine what it's like, how this actually shapes your brain and how you think and see the world. When you imagine it, it isn't hard to see the cycle of poverty, of why, it isn't hard to see why the cycle of poverty can be so hard to break. But with those that have means and have minds, the cycle can be broken. We have a way of showing them how that cycle can be broken. We have it in our hands. We just have to keep giving it out there to people. Just keep spreading it. I talked to a couple of people today. I'm again showing my site to another person. I've again talked to another person about TBC who's going to be in touch with me on Facebook. So I'm out there, getting that word out there. And the people, one person said, yes, I have seen it, but nobody's explained it to me. So we are out there. People are seeing it, but they don't know what TBC is all about. So we have got the means and have the minds. And again, the cycle can be broken. And if we are all willing to unite as one and do our part, we can help those that are vulnerable and find a way, and find a way out. Not just find a way out. Standing as one does not have to be donating all your money to charity, although donating to non-profits like Salvos and the Red Cross, Salvation Army and the Red Cross, I don't mind donating to those people, because you see it, as I've said it over and over again through a lot of my broadcasts, you see them out there on the streets. You see the Red Cross doing their job. You see them in the war zones doing their job. Do you see the rich people out there doing their job? No. You don't see them out there doing their job. You see them out there showing off. And even food banks. They make a real difference to a lot of people's lives. You can educate yourself on the ways in which our laws and policies actually work against the poor and help keep them poor. And you see that all the time. You see someone go into court, he looks rich. He gets a fine. And he's done exactly the same as what the next person who comes up, who is poor, and the poor man goes to jail. Go figure that one. I'll put the poor man in jail. Yeah, it's easy. But I'll let the rich man go. Why? The judge probably knows his father. But I'm not saying that. That's just hypothetical. Where was I? Food banks, laws and policies, I think. Yeah, and what actually works against the poor people and help keep them poor. Yeah, and maybe the rich man gets off in court, but the poor man who did exactly the same crime will get fined heaps. We'll probably end up with a $2,000 fine, where the rich man will go a slap on the hand and go and donate something to the judge's best charity or something like that. We'll see you on the golf course. So you can volunteer your time and talents at organisations that work directly with underserved communities, with poor communities. Go to your local primary schools and take lunches for the children, because over here in New Zealand, kids don't have lunches made, or they don't have big, huge cafeterias like what they've got over in the United States and that. We don't have that luxury here in New Zealand. Kids have to take their own lunches to school. And I think that's the same in Australia as well. Kids have to take their own lunches to school. I'm not sure about private schools, but boarding schools they get provided with, but I'm not sure about private schools anyway. I'm not sure. But yeah, over here in New Zealand, we have to provide kids with their lunches. So that's one thing, and I've seen ladies doing it on the news too. Yeah, taking lunches to schools and giving them to kids that don't have lunches. So there's your time. There is something each and every one of us. Kia ora, Lucy. Hey, welcome to my broadcast. I turned up for yours last night and the night before. What's happened? Anyway, there is something each and every one of us can do to unite as one. And together, and let's incinerate poverty globally. It really is up to us as individuals, how we want to live our lives and how we want to contribute to those around us, having the best lives that can have, that we can have, rather than having the life that they want us to have. We all need to just be healthy to thrive, not healthy to survive. Because if we're just surviving, then we know which bracket we come under.
Sorry, full on with my dad, and we'll be soon.
Okay. So you just come in at the tail end of my broadcast today, Lizzie, but you can watch it back later on if you want, no problem. But that's really what I wanted to say today. Yeah, it's an eye opener what's happening out here. I mean, even in the news with the nurses going on strike now and still looking for more money, and they're still not getting enough. Yes, be healthy. You need to be healthy. You need to eat healthy.
Rewind.
Stop halfway and then go forward. Otherwise, you'll sneak peek on my. Hang on. I'll show you because you weren't here when I showed it. So I'm just going to share my screen. Okay, I've been doing this. This is my toolbox. But if I went like this, it would be better. Oh, don't worry about those pages. Oh, yeah, worry about those because they're nothing. I'll go right to the beginning. This is the beginning. All right, you can see it?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. And this is my toolbox.
I'm going to be cheeky now and saying you still want a website?
I have to adjust that video there for a second. So, yeah, because it's just a wee bit big. That will be my index. There's going to be a lot more pages on. I haven't done this page, as you can see, but I don't mind just looking at it. My next page after that, and another one still to come. Yeah, there's a few pages that I haven't done yet, but you get the idea of what I'm creating. And told there's about 26 pages, I think. This is in Google Sheet. Yeah. And all the projects and everything they will be explained when I finish it. But yep. Questions, credits, the credits are going to me. And presentation. But that's my look at what I'm doing for my toolbox. Here's the only ones that I've shared with so far. So, competition. There's a big competition, and I can see who the big competition is, and he's.
Scratch my toolbox. Looks of that. Oh, you see.
Oops. Well, hang on. Just use. Yeah. You can get themes. Using Google Docs, you can get themes in Google Docs. So, I mean, it's basically just a bigger version or a better version, actually, of PowerPoint. That's all this is. You can add your videos and your music into it as well, and all the documents that you want, all your links, everything. You can even use the websites that you've made and link them to this. You can do everything you want, and it's just using Google Docs. Simple. And I've seen a few out there that I really like.
Sorry to interrupt. You got ink in the printer?
Yeah, why?
Missy wants to know. Yeah, Dad's got some.
So have a go.
Okay, bye.
If you get stuck, don't ask me, because it's a competition. I want to win those tickets to the cruise.
Oh, hey, you might have to come back to the website for now, but still need one. All good, Lucy.
All good, Lucy.
Just let us know.
I hope I've given you a few tips on how to do that Google to flash up your toolbox. Just about forgot what it was. Yeah, I hope I've given you a few tips on how to flash up your toolbox for that competition. But that's enough tips. I can't give away any more secrets.
No, otherwise start charging.
Otherwise, I'll have to start charging you. As Randy says, I'll have to charge you $10 a day for exclusive tips. Yeah. Well, I hope your dad's getting better, Lucy.
Yes, you had things oh. Scratch. Huh?
Hmm.
What's with scratch?
Yeah. Anyway, I don't know what this song is.
Time to go now, is that?
Anyway, have a look back at what I've just shown you. Now you're going to look over my site a few times. Grr.
Emang lagi sedih. Apa dulu? Sayangku, hari ini aku cantik, sebagai
What's that song?
bidadari.
I have no bloody idea.
I don't know what that song is. Yes, so full on. The broadcast looked too Mickey. It was a good broadcast, and I enjoyed it. But I'm just gonna finish off saying thank you very much for joining my broadcast.
You on tomorrow?
And just let you listen to me singing.
No.
Yes, I am on tomorrow. Same place, same time. I wasn't on the list today because I missed out on putting it in straight after my broadcast. I ended up starting on my toolbox and working between that and the other website that I've been working on as well for someone else. But I just want to say, kia ora, thank you, Kia kotai for being on my broadcast. I know you were doing yours at the same time. Thanks, sis, for turning up as well. Susie Riley. Kia ora. Thanks, bro, Scotty, for turning up. And thank you very much for turning up too, Lucy. I hope we're not going to watch an empty broadcast tonight, are we? See, I can sing. So anyway, people, with that, I'd like to say thank you to my wife, Sandy, my moderator, and Kia kotai, my other moderator, for being on my channel. To say thank you for all that showed up, and I want to also say thank you for all that catch up to my broadcast later on. If you need any information, you'll find it down the bottom here. I don't have my email on here, but I will add it because I forgot to put that part on. But if you need to get in touch with me, you can get in touch with me on Facebook. I am a trusted seller of TBC. OMG.
On my eyes.
Matchsticks. That's matchsticks, not lipsticks. Anyway, ka kite anō. My name is Joseph Stevens and my wife Sandy Stevens. We're both trusted sellers of the TBC, the Billion Coin. Ka kite anō. Catch you later on. Bye bye for now. Ka kite. We'll be praying forever in the valley of the Jordan. And it's no place
The book I've come.